Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Building with Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Just kidding. This is actually NihonTiger, and I'm back with another little build that I've been working on. And actually, this has a little bit of a little bit more use than the last one I did for BDoubleO. Previously, I did a very small fountain for his castle, and ignore some of that stuff up there. It's just stuff I was testing around with, and it doesn't really work too well. So whatever, I'll probably keep working on that once he's got the new world download up, so I can check out everything that he's built so far. But recently he's been working over here on this side of the mountain. He's working on a blacksmith up here because he seems to think there's a good idea to build one there, and everyone else on planet Earth seems to think it's also a good idea, and I would agree. It's a nice spot for a blacksmith. But the more I was thinking, the more I was looking at this middle here, and I was thinking, what might he do with the middle? And truthfully, I came up with this. This is kind of a central plaza, if you will, to tie everything together. A green space, like a almost like a city square, but not really, because there's not really a whole lot in the way of like shops and stuff that you might expect to see in a medieval city square. Ignore my giant clock. But yeah, I kind of came up with this idea based on the small fountain idea I did earlier. This is a much bigger fountain in space and area, and it fits actually within the footprint of the castle and what he's built so far, because the castle only I think comes up to here. That's where the edge is right now. So he's got 3 blocks here, and then you have another about, let me count here, I think you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks before you get to the edge. So quite a bit of space. But the idea I came up with here was to kind of do a central plaza with a fountain, and I just think it looks nice. I think it would make a nice break as far as color goes with the big gray and wood-colored fortress, because it's just hi chicken. It's just so different, especially with the different leaf colors. If you use the different leaves here, these are oak leaves on a spruce plank, and if you notice, I'll explain a little bit more in a second why all the trees look like that. But got some shrubs here that have the jungle leaf on them, some cobblestone fence, and a couple of path, a little bit more of like a dirtier path here, and kind of a clean stone path on the outside edge that you can use as a way to hook up to different things. For example, built a little path that goes to the house BDoubleO built. As you can see, very simple, very easy, just a simple gravel path, and voila, we're inside. So, oh, and I should mention I put a little couple torches here just for ornamental decoration and illumination. And same thing here with these, evenly spaced, made to look nice. Now, the first thing I wanted to talk about are the trees, and you can see on the inside here I put some flowers down just to add a little bit more color. But the trees, do they look manicured to you? Because they're supposed to be. And the reason for that is, if you go to a lot of medieval palaces and castles and whatnot, mostly palaces, I would say. I actually went on Google and I looked up some German palaces, and one of them I looked at was the one actually that's in Doc's hometown of Karlsruhe, I believe that's how you pronounce it, in southwestern Germany. But I went and took a look at that, and if you notice in the photos, all the trees are the kind of shit. Oh, crap. I didn't mean to do that. Let me fix that. I can fix it. But I punched a little too hard there. But all the trees are very kind of formed in this shape where they go from down here and kind of curve up to a point up at the top. And I couldn't really get that to work in Minecraft to a point that was satisfactory, so I kind of just made them oval shaped. And I think it works. I think it's nice. It does look a lot different, and all the trees do look the same because, you know, they used to manicure the crap out of these things, make them look all the same. And same with the shrubbery, same height. Just kind of keep a nice uniform look to it. The only thing that's different here is the flowers are scattered about in different ratios, different spots throughout each of these little green spaces around the fountain. So that's very cool, I like that. And then there's the fountain itself. I really like how this came together. I took, for the first part, I took the stairs, flipped them upside down. I originally had these the right side up. I didn't really like how it looked, so I flipped it upside down. I think I like the protruding lip outward a little better. It looks more like a fountain you might expect to see in, like, you know, Rome or London or European city like that. So here is just a nice cobblestone, smooth stone slab, and smooth stone brick flooring with a little pattern on it. The base of the fountain is all in cobblestone. You have the stairs here and just some regular blocks underneath. Fence, cobblestone fence on top with torches on top of that for illumination to help light this place up at nighttime. And the inside here, now this is maybe a little bit different looking than you might expect. Those are two anvils with a water source block on top, and then the water runs down here and forms these nice, even, kind of flowing, how would I say it? Like, flows, I guess. Flowing flows. Good job with the words. But I like the anvils here because they have such a unique shape to them. They kind of look like an ornamental centerpiece for a fountain. They do look a little odd here just on their own on top of the base, but when you look at it from a distance, it looks really nice. I really like how it kind of has that nice smooth symmetrical shape to it on all four sides. No matter what way you look at it, it looks the same on all four sides. So it looks very cool. I like it. And I think one of the things that the castle is really going to need is some kind of green space to break everything up and to kind of give a focus to everything. So let me fly on over here real quick. So you're gonna have to do a little bit of mental picturing, but picture BDoubleO's castle up there. You know, I did that, and I pointed at the screen as if you could see me pointing in real life. But kind of imagine the castle up there, with maybe, you know, a couple spires going up, very fanciful form, and then you have this nice green space down here that kind of acts as a hub at ground level and connects all the different things that he might build. He might be able to build some kind of farm or shop or something over here, I guess, because you have your blacksmith over here. So maybe you would make some kind of, maybe like a general shop or a farm of some sort here, and then you'd have, this could be like just a path that leads up and out over the mountains here to wherever you would want to go. Maybe back to your other village. Maybe you could build a path all the way back to your other village and travel between the two relatively easily without having to use all those ender pearls. I know, what's the fun in that? But you'd have the house here. Maybe you could build a couple, actually maybe you could build a path out here and then build more houses up and out here. So your houses would be kind of following the path out here, and you'd have like a house over here, and a house over here, and a house over here, and then one over here. Then you'd have a bridge going across, and then you'd have more houses kind of dotting the landscape. I think it's a good idea. Or you could build like maybe a couple houses and buildings back here leading up the mountainside, and then build a couple more on top. Just some ideas. But I think what really would bring it all together is to have this kind of this central plaza fountain, and then if you want to have the castle entrance here or there or even there, even here, you could probably build out here, and it would work really nicely if you have the path on the other side. But you could have like your castle entrance here where the sheep is. Hi sheep. I don't have a name for you yet, or your friend, or the chicken up there. Guess I better work on that next. But you could have like your castle entrance here, and then have a path kind of leading out from this edge to there, or here, or really you can put it wherever you want to put it. And I wish I would stop doing that because I'm breaking up the prettiness. I did kind of patch over the water here, just I didn't know how much space I would need. I didn't want to have to deal with it later, but there's still a little bit left. You can make like a kind of a fishing pond over there if you want. But these are just suggestions, just basic ideas. I may actually get to building more as the new world download comes down, and once everything else is available with that, I think that may make make things a lot easier for me as far as building more onto the castle side. But I think I really like this plaza and how it's turned out. There's enough green space here where it's very it's very eye-catching and very significant, and it's kind of a central focus for any of the buildings you might build out here, so everything is not just focused on the mountain. And it serves a purpose, because most towns, most medieval towns and palaces and whatnot, they have this kind of this central area out in front of the castle. And that's especially true for the palaces. The castles not so much, because the castles were actually supposed to be battlements. But the palaces and whatnot in these these medieval villages, especially toward the late 1500s, 1600s, they had all these big central plazas, and usually they didn't have the big fountain there. But we're going to make an exception here because I don't know where to put the fountain otherwise. So I guess that's all I really have to say about this. Hopefully you get some good ideas out of what I put together. I don't know, if you'll get any ideas. You hope so too, Mr. Chicken? Good chicken. Here, have a steak. But yeah, I think this is all going to come together really nicely. So as always, thanks for watching. Hope you liked it, and good luck building this thing. I'm sure I'll have some other builds in the future that I'll be working on in relation to this. So stay tuned for those, and as always, so just sign off. Good luck, good mining, have fun, and I will see you guys next time.